look at him.
Yeah.
If I don't...
Literally good looking you are.
Thank you very much.
You're crazy.
I take that.
Can I put your hat on? Da, 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 da.
Now.
Call the police, call the police. Love it. What's your name?
Robbie.
Robbie. I'll give you a kiss if you give me a hand back. Joking, I'm a lesbian.
Thank you very much.
Can I have a kiss, Robbie?
Unfortunately, you can't. I hate to disappoint.
Let him arrest you.
Go on.
Can't use force without a good reason,
Can you
unfortunately.
taser me?
Absolutely.
Oh, she might
I've
taser
never drawn my taser.
See you later.
See you soon.
Love you.
Have a good night.
All right.
Oh, wish you'd tased me. I love the dirty shit.
Suit.
Video these bitches.
Right, listen up everybody. How are we all? Go through briefing. Most wanted, please be aware of a single female. Hears voices telling her to masturbate, puts fingers into anus when about to deal with police.
Sorry, Sarge, is this the person who defecated in the van and smeared it everywhere?
Yes. Yes.
When she was interviewed last, she pulled a pooey fork out of her bum. What? During the interview.
Please arrest if seen. Cuff to the front. If there's nothing else, stay safe and fight some crime.
Brighton's nice other than the weekend when it turns into Beirut.
Doing a good job.
Thank you.
Oh my God, you all mad? You all mad?
Yes.
Come to mine later.
I think I've got a good bedside manner within this role. I have the ability to see somebody on their level. I grew up in a fairly rough area. Witnessed a lot of aggression, domestic abuse. My granddad was a debt collector for Mad Frank. He was a East London gangster. I've got uncles that have had a bit of a shady past and have actually done some time. There was a point where I was like, I can either turn into a nasty piece of work or I can actually use that trauma and that hurt I've experienced and try and change that.
Those places, what's your emergency?
Someone being attacked on Queen's Road in Brighton. I just saw two people run across the road and start beating each other up.
Can you still see them now?
Yeah, they're part of a group of people.
999 activated.
We've all been pretty drunk on a weekend. Just the people that can't handle it, ruin it for everyone else, tend to just be that bit of poison in the water.
Calm down. Bring it down. Right now, bring it down and stop tensing up. Okay? Calm down.
He's going to hit me in the back of the head.
Is he making an allegation against Dad? He is.
I was supporting my mate out there in an MMA fight, and he started me in the club. For no reason, just because he's intoxicated. So I promise you, he started.
Something's happened earlier and it's...
He's working some boys' pub missus, and he's tried him. I just got smacked in the back of the head out of nowhere. Just stand still.
Chill out.
Are you actually crazy?
Right, listen to me.
Deal with that, but you've also hit my colleague.
Because I was getting that in the back of
You just smacked me in the head.
I'm a good human. I really am a good human.
We're not saying you're not.
I fight myself.
We're just trying to work out what's going on.
I'm having it. I'm not letting people pick on me. I'm sticking up for myself now. But you honestly don't. You got the wrong guy here.
When people are fighting in the street, the longer it takes for us to split something up, the more crowds it brings, the more judgment, the more phones that come out, when we're all just trying to achieve the same goal, which is peace.
Well, my knife, he jumped out and hit my waiting for us and floored him. I promise you.
I don't deserve this, guys. Please, don't fuck me over, man.
I'm sorry if I hit you, and I'll never lay hands on a police officer, or especially on him.
111, what does the footage pick up of this fight?
I just want to know which one threw the first punch.
We can't really tell who's who and who started it and who the victim is.
So they were down at an MMA event. He's tried kissing one of their mates' girlfriend, and that's caused a massive fight. And as his friend explained, it's because they've all got small dicks. I've actually done one of those events. Lost, but I've done one. I was quite an angry child growing up. I'd always lose my temper. And then I got into martial arts to channel my energy into something that can be a good self-defense option. Martial arts is a beautiful thing. It's discipline, it's got rules.
Have you had any alcohol tonight?
2 pints.
2 pints.
Use it when you have to, but use it in the right way. Don't just beat someone up because you can.
Any religious dietary needs?
Allah.
Okay. Would you like anyone to be notified that you've been arrested?
What about Lizzie?
Who's Lizzie?
Queen.
Well, she's dead, so...
Oh, yeah. I ain't got time to stay here all night, guys. I've done nothing wrong. I had a little cheeky scrap with that fat. He started it.
We'll get to all of that in a second. Okay. Very impressive.
I'm intoxicated, or am I? I'm pissed or what?
Then turn up left, down and right. You'll be surprised who people hiding their mouths.
Yeah, fair enough.
Cool, lovely. Cheers, mate.
Let's get you down to the cell.
I think the only reflection you can take from that is don't kiss your mate's girlfriend.
Type of cheese used to hide a small horse.
I have no idea.
Mascarpone.
When I was younger, I used to come to Brighton quite a bit as a teenager. I definitely used to enjoy it more before I worked here.
What's the most annoying thing you've had when someone's come up to you on a night out when you're working?
They always want to take pictures.
Hey, that's not a bad thing.
Yeah, but I'm not always camera ready, am I? We have a Q word we are not allowed to mention, which is quiet.
Oh, yeah?
French. Can I take a photo with you, please?
Oh, I'm in the picture.
Yeah, you're in the picture.
Yeah. We'll get a girl's picture. Because whenever someone says that,
there you go.
Everything goes crazy.
Beautiful. Is that good for you?
Yes.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you. You too.
Hotel Victor, Brighton. Can you monitor the subway and the old steam? There's no address to this spot.
It seems like there's been a fight at Subway, so I've nicked her for ABH. Yeah.
How lovely.
Thank you, like, video these bitches for being a dope cunt. Like, yeah, like, video me come, get the fuck, like, shut the fuck up, get off me. Get off me, don't What are you telling me?
Going in the van.
To where, though? Where are we going? Jimmy's have us custody.
They're going to custody.
Jimmy's have us custody.
They're going to custody.
You look like a nonce, man.
They're going to custody.
See that big forehead?
Drink affects people so differently, and some people just can't handle it. I mean, I definitely couldn't.
Have you been arrested before? Never. Okay.
Once you do get people into custody where you've got the bright lights and police officers stood around you, and in many cases then go, oh, God.
So the officers need to tell me why you've been arrested tonight, OK? Yeah.
Sorry.
It's fine, don't worry.
I'm sorry. I've never done this. Don't worry, it's fine.
One of my female colleagues there is going to search you.
I've always wanted to be arrested.
That's not a good thing.
No, it's not, is it?
That judgment that they may have had before to tell them not to do something has come back into their brain, and then they think, oh, shouldn't have done that.
So stupid.
Have you had any alcohol this evening?
Yes.
Yeah, what have you had? Quite a lot, OK. Have you got any dietary requirements, any allergies?
I'm on a diet right now.
You're on a diet right now? Aren't we all?
You can sometimes put yourself in people's shoes. I've been a bit silly when I'm drunk, but then I think, I've never been silly enough to get arrested. Try and control yourself, you're an adult.
Don't be sorry. She likes me.
Did you want to read a copy of the Codes of Practice, which is a rule book on how we can look after you?
I would love it, babe. I'd love to read it.
We'll get you a copy.
Study criminology.
The Codes of Practice? Yes,
please.
Thank you.
OK, you're going here.
Do I get a number so I can call her later? I'm sorry.
Right, I'm going to get you a blanket. Do you want a hot chocolate and a water?
This is better than my house.
You've got to have a lot of patience in this job. I think I can be quite patient with people sometimes. Probably a bit too patient.
Babe, this is a holiday.
What kind of holiday is this? A free one?
I've never known someone to be so happy. Yeah.
Who's your favourite repeat offender?
The guy that used to refer to everyone as a celebrity. You look like a fat Gary Barlow. Or he went to me once, he went, you look like a smaller version of Taylor Swift. I was like, oh, thank you so much.
I wanted to be a PE teacher. My mum's a PE teacher, and I was like, she's well cool, all the kids love her. I want to do that because I love sports and I'm going to teach kids how to do sports. And then when I went to college, my PE teacher was a knob. Couldn't stand him and just gave up on it.
Oh, dear.
All of my family are proud of what I do, but if I just scrolled through TikTok and watched videos of the police, they're all so negative. Like, if I wasn't in the job and I didn't know other police officers, I'd probably hate the police, to be completely honest. But it's all like, it's not proportionate to what we actually do.
Hello, I've just come across a male on Upper Lewis Road. He's very, very drunk, fallen off his bike. His elbow is most likely broken, however, he's refusing any sort of medical treatment. Is there anyone that can head down and try and either transport him to hospital or get him home with his bike?
On the last, you fancy playing Uber?
Fabulous. We're only around the corner, mate. We'll figure it out when we get there.
Thank you, mate.
Never off duty.
What's he doing?
Hello.
Hiya.
That's a bad bump, that.
He wants to go home.
He keeps trying to cycle drunk home.
Sit down for us. Sit down.
Yeah, no,
sit down for a second.
He was in the middle of the road and there's like 3 cars stopped because he's fallen
God, I can
off it again.
smell the booze from here. Jesus. Okay.
Should we sit down? So he's just going to keep trying to get home on his own and probably die, so...
Just sit down a second. You can go if you want, mate. We'll sort it out.
Yeah?
People can be drunk and cause issues, but they can still make you laugh.
Just sit down for a second. No, I'm all right. I'm all right, thank you.
We all get drunk as well. Like, we go on our rest days, I go out and get drunk, and I'll never get into an absolute state like half the people we meet, but I'm probably a bit of a melt sometimes when I'm drunk.
Your elbow really isn't good.
No, it's okay.
No, it's not okay.
You definitely don't want to go to the hospital?
It is breaking. No.
OK, well, I can't force you to go to hospital. Should we get you home? Or to the hospital, preferably?
Home, please.
He's just absolutely battered. Yeah. And he's got a broken elbow, but he doesn't want any medical treatment. Can't force him. He just needs to go back to his home address. Here's your taxi service, because that's what we're here for, apparently.
Right, in you
Here you get. Come on.
Thank you.
You know when someone's so drunk that you can, like, if you smell it, it makes you want to throw up because you can literally taste it in the back of your mouth, and it's almost like it's a liquid in the air. It was, I could smell it like that far away. Thought I was going to throw up.
Shall we? We shall. Ready for a fun-filled night?
Absolutely. We did. Rat.
It's always a good start to the night, isn't it?
It does look very busy, though.
Looking packed. Could make for an interesting night. So, do you have any embarrassing stories from, like, when you got drunk? Like, how bad has it got?
So I should share that. We've all been young. We've all got a bottle of cider when we shouldn't have. And I'll leave it at that.
I wanted to be a police officer when I was younger.
Did you?
Yeah.
I wanted to be a rock star. I wanted to rebel. I've had many jobs. One of my job titles was erection specialist.
Dare I ask?
I was building marquees. If Brighton was a rock star, I think it would be Prince, or artist formerly known as. A bit eclectic, a bit of flash, a lot of layers to it. How drunk is this man here? I mean, this is fantastically drunk. Look at that. Oh, oh.
Hello, buddy. How we doing?
Is he all right?
Are you with him?
I'll jump out and grab him.
Ugh. Can you hear me? Hello? Excuse me? Right, mate, stop where you are. But listen, stop, just stop. Who's this? Can I answer the phone for you? You're a little bit drunk, okay? Someone's trying to call you.
Sorry, what are you doing?
Who are you? Are you with him?
It's his mate. It's his mate. Come on.
Oh, is this your mate?
Yeah, he's all good.
He's pissed. Brighton can be pretty wild. It is quite funny, some of it.
Are you with him?
Yes.
Oh, wonderful.
Why is he getting arrested then?
He's not. He's nearly falling in the road.
Ah, he's all right, mate. I've seen worse than that.
Have you?
Yeah.
All right.
Come on, please.
But things can turn on a sixpence.
Where's he gone now?
Yeah, I don't know. Where has he gone? I thought you were with him.
Let's go. There's somebody breaking into it. Can I ask you a question?
You all right, mate? What are you up to? Hello.
Moving on. Why am I getting arrested? I'm asking a question, why?
Bend it and we'll talk.
Okay.
Get in the handcuffs and then we'll talk.
You're under arrest for going equipped, right?
Why haven't we been equipped?
Juliet Charlie 190.
Why haven't we been equipped? Talk to me, please. Excuse me. Apologies, we're on Ship Street at the moment. We've got one in custody for going equipped.
Your house is your castle, so I hate breaking. Coward's crime, really.
I've just been told by a member of the public that you were trying to break
No, I was not, but it's not been broken. It's the case. It hasn't been broken. It's the case, okay? It hasn't been broken.
Attempting to break it?
No, I haven't. I haven't attempted to break in, though. My mate lives there. I live there.
That's the case, and we'll get this all sorted out. Yeah, calm down.
My dad was a lorry driver. He used to go to France a lot, where pick up cheap booze. Put all the booze on the kitchen table. He came down one morning and all the booze had gone and the VCR nicked.
Please believe me, mate. I really haven't. I swear to God, mate.
Well, you can explain it in the morning, mate.
We go to a lot of jobs, but a burglary, I think, especially to someone's home or their small business, is a massive attack on them. You know, people have had to move because they've been burgled, and that's not right.
I've done nothing wrong. I've done nothing wrong. Why am I getting arrested?
When you get...
He's got this in his hands. I'm going to say a rudimentary lockpick.
With a homemade lockpick.
And a black glove. He's a bit of a collectible on the old Brighton Hove Criminals. Yeah, you know, I've known him since a kid. And he's had a bit of a rough upbringing, and unfortunately it's ended up like this. You almost see people grow up, become like children to men, and, you know, that can go either way. They can go from they were a bit of a naughty kid, got into a bit of trouble with the police, and now they've got a good job. But sometimes it goes the other way, and they grow up from being a bit of a naughty kid to, you know, full-on criminal. It is quite sad when we see someone, you know, go downhill like that.
Sussex Police, what's your emergency?
Neighbours, they've obviously been drinking. They're all arguing out the front.
What can you hear them saying or screaming?
I heard someone shout, "It's the weed, it's the weed." They're starting to get physical with each other.
Okay. We've got it on an emergency response. We'll get officers straight out.
They're saying they're going to kill each other now. And someone said, "My kids are upstairs."
Are the children inside the address?
I think so, yeah. I can hear the little ones. They're under the age of, I'd say, 4. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Radio 117. I've got 2 in request for further units. Go ahead, Chloe.
Yeah, en route. We're transporting someone, I think. Shouty. It's the only thing that worries me over the radio.
Is there any little ones up here? Is there any little ones upstairs?
Pardon?
Is there any little ones upstairs?
Yeah.
That's all he's checking for.
So I've got 2 kids in there.
Right.
2, I think, a 1 or 2 year old and a baby.
Okay.
Mum's drunk. She's also been smoking cannabis, so she's going to come in for neglect. This is going to obviously kick off. Are you all right transporting Mum?
Yeah, it's fine. I don't care how drunk you are, don't care what you've been through. For me, when it comes to kids, there's no excuse.
I've got a bad feeling.
They're in the bedroom with us. That's going to be the issue.
So, right. Is she holding one?
Yeah, I'm going to try and talk to her and explain.
All right, let's try. Even before I should have had those responsibilities, I've had to look after my sister in very traumatic situations. I know people parent, they make silly mistakes, and I'm not perfect, but there's a line, and if somebody crosses that line and they're not looking after that child, then I don't budge. It's come from seeing, like, people that I love to bits get hurt. Not in front of the children. Not in front of the children. Not in front of the children. Just bring it down. Bring it down. You shut the door. Let's not do this in front of the kids, okay? Listen. Just listen to me. Let's not kick off in front of the kids, please.
One step.
Who's that? Are you mad? Wait, no, I don't want no one talking to me.
No one is talking to you.
Wait, I haven't done nothing wrong.
Your kids are going to be looked after, okay? Don't do that. Okay.
You banging your head isn't going to help your kids, is it? That's going to make the whole situation worse.
Please, it's me. It's only me that loves them. Yes?
We need to speak to you about
No,
what's happened
it's me.
tonight.
I love them. It's me. Okay. Please, I beg you. Just tell me.
It's not going to change, unfortunately. We're trying to explain it to you. It's not an
I haven't done nothing wrong. But that girl's lucky, girl. She get fucking stabbed.
You making threats to stab people is not going to help your children.
I'm never neglect my kids. I love them too much. If their daddy used to beat us up. I'm fucked up, wasn't I?
I'm very much of the opinion that no matter what you've been through, once you're an adult, you have choices. If you make the wrong choice, that's on you. And I can quite happily sit there and say that because I've been through a hell of a lot of shit in my personal life before I joined this job. I could have gone the opposite way. And if I had have done, I don't know if I would have used those excuses. I'll empathise with it, but you make your own choices. Police were called to a fight outside of her property. Her property smelt strongly of cannabis and there was broken glass outside of it on the floor. Police have gone in and located children upstairs crying with a dirty nappy, and there had also been a fight inside her property, which had spilled out onto the street. For that reason, she's been arrested on suspicion of child neglect. Come here, this way, mate. That was horrible. Not good. I'd rather have a fight with a 6'5" man, to be honest with you, than have kids respond like that.
It's not fair on the children.
No, just like it's horrible, but don't do that. Like she screamed, and then you've got like a 2-year-old and a 1-year-old
Well,
screaming.
they're not going to understand, are they?
No.
They're just going to be frightened.
Strange people in your house already.
Yeah.
Let's do it calmly. If you want to kick off and fight us, do it outside.
I once had a search of custody that one of my colleagues was doing. It was a male, and he got a bit excited whilst the male colleague was searching him, and I couldn't stop giggling in my because it just kept getting a bit bigger and bigger. No. It was very uncomfortable.
117, got a cleared 9s, Lewis Road in Brighton. Some members of the public with a male who's extremely drunk. He's potentially, medcon. We don't really know at this stage.
124, we'll take that.
It's always in the middle of the night when things start to get a bit crazy, once people have had a bit too much to drink. You can't predict what's going to happen, ever. Whatever job you're going to, even if it doesn't sound like it's going to be violent or aggressive, you've got to be thinking worst case scenario in order to protect yourself and the people that you're going to help.
Is that his blood?
Yeah.
Where's it from?
Back of his head.
Is he fallen over, has he?
No, he's been mugged. Well, they tried to mug him.
Who's tried to mug him?
We just want to make sure you're all right before you go home.
This guy was walking past, this guy was driving.
Do you see what's happened?
The 2 kids were like mugging him against the pole. They pushed him against the pole. One of them tried to put his hand in his pocket, I think. One of them just like smacks him in the head. And they just, he falls on the ground and they just leg it.
Yeah, got ya. 124, this is a robbery or an attempt robbery. Just where 2 suspects northbound Lewis Road. We've not seen them, this is just from a witness.
All I want to do is go home.
Okay, can I just make sure you're all right? You've got a lot of blood. Oh yeah, that's a big old gash, isn't it?
Yes.
Hang on, let me get the torch on it so I can see it a bit better. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Yeah? Because we might have to put your head down. Oh, yeah, there's quite a bit of blood.
I
think you need to go to hospital because I'm not a medical expert. I can't say, yeah, that's great, that's fine. What if you go to sleep and then you don't wake up again because you've got a head injury? Unfortunately, when people are drunk, they do sometimes become victims of crime, and it's our job as police then to get involved and help them as best as we can, especially in their vulnerable state.
You want to get yourself checked out?
Once it wears off, we never know what's going to happen, really. When people are drunk, they can definitely underestimate the severity of their injuries. The adrenaline is going through your body, especially after you've been assaulted, and you're in this sort of survival mode, so you're not going to listen to police officers.
You don't know what's going on upstairs, do you? We've never known what's going on. We've never known what's going on upstairs there anyway. So let's make sure everything's all right first.
If you get the attention of the victim and you can just hone them in on you and what you're saying rather than paying attention to the chaos of what's going on, sometimes you can get them to listen to what you're saying a little bit. We've called an ambulance, okay? So they'll be on their way soon.
I'm fine, darling. No,
and we've got a first aid kit in the back of the car, so we're just going to make...
I'm fine.
All right?
I'm fine.
Well, can we at least do something and just make sure? Yeah, thank you.
When they come here, they'll have a look at you and they'll say, the bloke ain't got a brain, so we'll just send him home anyway.
Fuck off. Yeah.
Does that hurt?
No.
No? So you've had a few drinks, yeah?
Yeah.
Is this how you normally feel when you've had a few drinks, or do you feel a bit more, like, dazed?
Well, sometimes I don't fucking hardly walk, but...
Right, okay.
How much do you think you've had to drink tonight? 5 pints, 10 pints?
10, 12, maybe.
12 pints?
Maybe, yeah.
I wouldn't be able to speak up to 12 pints, would you?
He's got quite a hematoma on the back there. He's going to have to go in. You can't go home with that.
He's going in.
You're going to have a headache tomorrow for sure.
He certainly is.
You definitely get used to the blood and the gory first aid that you have to do sometimes. But you also have the reassurance of the ambulance aren't far away. I'd rather they got the best care that they could get and overreact and it be nothing than have assumed they're fine and send them home and the worst happens.
Anybody titties! You're telling me to fucking calm down?
Right.
Ball.
Yeah. Chucking out time is kind of like the home stretch of a long run. You can see the end, but you can also see a lot of obstacles in your way. And half of the time, you're kind of just praying that everyone behaves themselves and goes home. But across the town, in the slightly quieter areas, more sinister things can happen.
Please, I can help.
Hello, it's Metropolitan Police here. I've just had a caller on the phone. He's a landlord. His tenants are in Brighton.
Okay, so what has he reported?
There is a man that lives in the basement flat who has previously made death threats towards his tenants, smashed doors, windows, and has been evicted this morning. But the tenants believe that he's broken back into the property, and they're so terrified that they've actually gone to stay with a friend because they just don't want to be in the property.
Grade 1 ex-tenant has broken back into the building. It does have a warning for violence dating 2013 for assault police making threats to kill.
It's the police, open up, please! Buddy, open up, we just need a chat with you, please.
Let's do them.
Back now.
432 urgent, man has said he's got a hammer and he's going to use it on us. Can we get another unit to us, please? Is SDO if possible?
When we're called to instances where we need to start using our police support unit kit, that's when you start thinking this could be quite serious now. I've got an enforcer, I've got bars to pry things open with, I've got equipment to pad up my team. It's a massive use of force if I do decide we're going to go into an address and take somebody out, and it has to only be used when it's our last resort. It can be a bit of a goosebump situation because there's a lot of risk that falls on my shoulders.
We've knocked at the door and straight away he's got very aggressive and he told us to F off, called us a nonce, and then said he was going to use a hammer and a knife and he would fight us. Yeah. So
he owns that property, so he's £83,000 in debt. So the court has taken away the property.
The person who's called it in is the owner of the top half of this property, and he's seen the person come through a ring doorbell into the property. I think he's probably still got a key to a property that he's been supposedly evicted from.
I think just the main thing that's because the biggest issue here is the way that you've presented. You've come to the door with a knife and a hammer. You've got people quite scared.
Why? Why are there so many of them? Why is there so many police?
We wouldn't disclose what's going on. Do you know the person inside that address? What's your relationship like with him?
Just neighbours.
No, it's fine. We're obviously here trying to find out what's going on, and he's given us a bit of violence.
He needs mental health support.
Yeah, but we can't do that through a door. Dealing with members of public who aren't aware of what we're there for are probably the primary problem that we have.
You're being I said watch people first. I said it was.
Do you want to listen to me?
Completely
You're all talking at the same time, talking to me. I'm happy to have a conversation.
And the only way I can describe it is it's kind of like you're holding something up that's quite dangerous and you're annoying sibling is tugging at your leg, asking you to get him a drink or to explain to him how life works, you know? It's near on an impossible task half the time.
We're trying to speak with him and we're trying to get him to open the door to us, okay?
Get a fucking ambulance here with a fucking trained person that's meant to look after him, because you're not looking after
We are
him.
trying to speak with him. If you listen to my colleagues, we're
Get a
trying to
fucking
speak
ambulance
to
here,
him.
then. If you're trying to speak to him,
Open the door to
get
us,
someone that
okay?
isn't fucking security.
Can I ask you a blunt question? Were you evicted today?
No. To get off my fucking land is paid for.
I'm happy he's not a risk to himself. We're happy we haven't got any criminal offences. Definitely still civil.
It appears a civil issue with the courts, and not an actual criminal offence has been committed. Broken in.
Squatting, essentially.
He's squatting.
He's got rights.
If we can't confirm the offences, we're not going to be forcing our way in.
So we're going to be leaving him to it now, because we can't identify any solidified offences. We're happy he's not at risk of taking his own life, and we're quite happy he's in there on his own, so there's no one else at harm or at risk of harm inside. If you do hear any commotion that you're quite concerned about that he may harm himself or anything, do call. But to put you guys at ease, we're not going to be forcing our way in there.
Okay, thank you for letting me know that.
I won't ever escalate a situation. I've talked people off cliffs. I've stopped massive brawls just by focusing that energy on me and taking them out of a situation. I've been able to use my dulcet tones to create some sort of balance, I'd say. I've been into jobs where as soon as you turn up, you're being called a rapist, a racist, a murderer, before you've even said hello. The more you can keep that level head, the more people will be more receptive to what you say. It just takes a little while for them to actually understand you're not the picture they're painting. If they give us more grief, we adapt to that. The point of being in this role is that you have to be a chameleon in a way. What's that song, a Come a Chameleon song? I'll have to get you singing it in a minute.
Sussex police are warning people to stay away from a large fire that has broken out at the Royal Albion Hotel. David Legg is there with more.
15 fire appliances are in attendance. The public has been asked to avoid the area, and an investigation into the cause of the fire is continuing.
Oh my God, the entire building's on fire.
Had any casualty happen, though? It's all very unknown at the moment. It went very quick.
I've requested that everybody on the old scene is moved away.
When we first got the call, it was just that there was a fire within the hotel. So from then it's just escalated. It hasn't slowed down. They've lost control. We've basically evacuated everywhere. Whether or not it's happened intentionally, we have to deal with saving life first and making sure everyone's okay.
Any more PCSOs, officers heading down? We need to clear the footpath.
We do have further resources on the way.
I'd lose count the amount of people who think they know better than us and can make a serious situation just that little bit more serious.
Once we stop one person, 5 or 6 then decide to run through. And at the moment, it's so unmanageable that someone's going to get hurt.
You're under arrest. Do not mention when question somebody's led to
Fuck off! Get the fuck off this!
For some reason, drunk people feel like they need to run towards that danger that's in front of them, but it's our role and our priority to make sure that doesn't happen.
We're moving the scene back that way.
No matter what happens when you're at work, life still carries on. You can best plan for everything, but I think when you make those plans, that's when it's more likely to go wrong. Oh, I've got my daughter's birthday tomorrow. Party's in like 6 hours. That's depressing. I'm just gonna have to roll on through.
I mean, so unmanageable out there.
Sussex Police, what's your emergency?
I'm unable to understand what you're saying. Your ex-partner has turned up. Are you harmed?
Yeah, my ex is bleeding.
And is he still in your property now?
No.
Thank you, you're doing really well.
He stole my hair straighteners. He stole my morphine.
So hair straighteners and morphine.
Yeah.
We've got officers en route to you.
I just know that he's like happy and he's just happy and he's just a big flopper.
We've been assigned to a grade 2 domestic. He made a stabbing motion towards her with his flick knife. She's bleeding on her leg and he's pushed her over and was throwing things at her.
He could be lurking somewhere then, couldn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Is this it?
Yeah. Well, he's got a knife on him now.
Well, it's all right, we got a taser. Good if he was just here, wouldn't it, so we can get him?
Mm.
You could have like a job and you could read it a million times, but I never form an opinion of it until I'm through the front door.
Oh, hello, it's the police. Thank you.
I think there's certain elements of dealing with victims that you can't teach. There's so much to take into account when you walk in. But if you haven't got a suspect in custody, you have to accept some risk, which I don't really like doing.
Hello.
Is
it just you here? Yeah.
Okay. I could sit there and go, you know, we've arrested him. He's in a cell right now, or he's on the way to a cell with police officers. He's not coming back. If I can say that to a victim, they're much more likely to like open up more, because then they've got that safety blanket.
Okay, so tell us what's happened today then.
Turned up a bit agitated. Yeah, so then he's tried to attack me. He's like punched me in the ear.
Mhm.
So I dropped to the bed and he's carried on hitting me. And
What exactly is it that you're scared of? Is it further injury or violence, or is there other stuff to it as well?
He's just sadistic.
Okay.
Like the things he does, like throws cups of coffee at me or.
Are you scared that he might try and kill you? Has he ever made any threats to do that, or are you scared that he might?
Basically, he went for me, he saw I flee, and then he started swiping at me with the knife.
Does he make you feel isolated from your mates or your family in the area? Yeah?
None of them talk to me.
Okay. Has he sort of tried to stop you from seeing them then? Okay.
I just want him out of my life.
It doesn't just go from nothing to a sustained assault. There would have been previous that we're not aware of. So is tonight the worst it's ever been, do you think?
One of them, yeah.
All I can do is do as much as I can and safeguard them as much as I can and try and build enough of a rapport with them to make them feel like they could call again. But at the end of the day, there's people out there, like some people that I've met, that if they have an intent to do something, no matter what you do, unless they're in prison, they will keep going. Calling the police has probably taken quite a lot, isn't it, tonight? I'm not saying I understand how you're feeling, but I can certainly empathise with it. It's taken a lot for you to do that.
Like, it's not normal. Like, I feel for him in some kind of way because he's not well.
Okay.
But I can't keep covering and excusing what he's doing.
No. We'll leave you to it, but please ring us.
Yeah.
I know I've said that about 15 times. But...
Thank you.
You're all right. You take care.
Got a bee in my bonnet about this one, though, Jodie. I want to arrest him. What an absolute prick.
You can easily just give up on this job and go find an easier job that pays similar money. But I love this job. And I think sometimes it can really be, wherever I'm going through in my life, I can come to work and focus on the job. And it's a really good distraction, this job, which I think is quite nice sometimes.
Oh, fox. For me, as like nuts as it sounds, the more risk that's involved for myself, my personal safety, the more adrenaline I get. is going to those jobs where members of the public wouldn't put themselves in that situation, and I'm doing it. Yes, you've got the element of like, oh, well, we've safeguarded the victim as well. But on top of it, you've also got that like little bit of adrenaline. It's like going to Thorpe Park for the day, but it's free, and you're getting paid for it. That keeps me going.
Relax. You're under arrest. Relax your arms, don't tense. Do not tense. Do not tense.
Take your leg out. AVH at the moment, alright?
Sorry if I hit you, and I would never lay hands on these officers, or especially on women.
Video these bitches for being a dumb cunt. Oi, yeah. Oi, video me, come lick the fuck. Oi, shut the fuck up. Get off me.
Yeah, mate. Come on, T. Hello.
Moving on.
Put that down.
Moving on.
Oh, I've got my daughter's birthday. There's no point going to bed now. I think any sleep now is a waste. So yeah, I'll just crack on and push forward.
Support information for the issues raised can be found online at channel4.com/support. And Night Coppers continues at 10 next Monday because at 9 we have Death in the Desert, the Nurse Helen mystery, a controversial case, and for the first time in 45 years, confidential government documents get released to Helen's family. Up next tonight, catch up with the very latest Celebrity Gogglebox.